Hi, I'm Megan Bell-Smith, a master teacher and seamstress. If you want to learn how to quilt, I will show you how. Let's sew. Hanging quilts can be a great way to decorate your home or to use as gifts for others. Today I'll show you 2 ways you can hang a quilt. First, you can add binding strips to the back of your quilt to hang it on a rod. If you don't want to see the rod, you can stitch the binding strips down on the back and still hang it so it looks more like this. If you want to make hanging loops, one easy way is to cut off 10 inches of your binding. There will still be enough to go around the edge of our 18-inch wall hanging. And then I close the raw edges by folding in 1/4 inch on each side. Raw edges will fray, so we want to make sure they're folded inside. After that, I fold the piece in half to match up my folded edges. And then I'll take it to my machine to stitch this side down. I like to stitch on both sides to add the top stitching effect. Once it's sewn, I cut this in half and I'll have 2 hanging loops. Before attaching your binding, stitch your strip to the back of your quilt. When you're sewing on your binding, simply stitch over the hanging loop. Remember to keep it tucked underneath. Top stitching the binding will further secure the loop. If you would like your quilt to hang straight on the wall without seeing the loops, you can stitch them down using a hand needle and thread. I like to leave just a little bit of slack so that it's easy to move my rod through the loop. I only want to stitch through the back layer so that you can't see the stitching from the front of the quilt. I just alternate from the loop to the quilt back. And I tie it off in a knot when I'm done. Now you can see how you could run a rod through your loop, but from the front, the loop no longer pokes up like on my other side. Sometimes I also use Velcro command strips to hang the piece of wood or rod to the wall.